Thank you for joining me, fellow Guardians. This is Sam from Multiverse Mission Control, and today's quest is Trauma Center's Second Opinion. So, last time we beat cancer! Well, I mean, self-replicating tumor, but similar to cancer. Still a very feel-good moment, especially since it made Tyler stop being looking to euthanasia for all his problem solves on despairing moments and all that. So, international conference. Non-consensually, I might add. I mean, consensual euthanasia, that's up to you. He was doing it just cause he felt it was the right thing to do, against patients' wishes and all that. Okay, excuse me, sir, you called for me? This operation is amazing. Your focus and concentration, simply unbelievable. Is that the video of our guilt procedure the other day? I had my secretary transferred to an HDD media card. Watching this in slow motion actually reveals quite a bit. Anyway, have a seat. There's an event I'd like you to attend. Okay. Hey, real fast. I need your signature for this. Victor, we're in the middle of a meeting. Yeah, well, this'll only take a second. Victor Nigwell, age 26, head of the Caduceus Research Division. He's responsible for a lot of the organization's proprietary medical technology. This is that proposal we went over yesterday. There are no changes. Huh? Who's the new guy? This is Derek Stiles from Hope Hospital. He's hardly new. You need to get out of that laboratory more often. Oh, he's that healing touch guy. I'm Victor from R&D. How's it going? It's going well. Nice to meet you. How's this, Victor? Looks good to me. Okay, later. Sorry, Victor doesn't concern himself with trivial concepts like manners. Yeah, in a professional environment, you don't choose who you work with. You work with whoever can get the job done. I mean, Victor's a bit of a dick, but I do admire his skills at least, as he'll show later. I apologize for the interruption. Let's discuss your trip. Our international conference will be held in Angeles Bay this month. Topics will focus on the recent issue of medical terrorism. Dr. Stiles, I'd like you to attend as a representative of Caduceus USA. I'd also like you to speak about the strains of guilt you've treated and the steps involved. Can you do that? Yeah, Kyriaki and Defterra you can do without healing touch. So I suppose so. Well, I haven't really been here that long. I'm sure some of the others could do a better job. We're also showing footage of your operations. I'd prefer that you were there to explain the procedures step by step. Dr. Myers will be going, so I'll ask her to translate for you as well. Have fun, Derek. Yeah, it's translated to the layman, right? Yeah, good stuff. Because, it's all well and good to get all the terminology and the knowledge and stuff, but you also gotta make sure that people have a general idea of what it is you're trying to do. That's where most communication fallouts happen. Once again, that was Dr. Stiles speaking on behalf of Caduceus USA. Glad that's over. Thanks for your help, Dr. Myers. No problem. I think the video footage really got their attention. You could have loosened up a little out there, though. You're not used to speaking in front of big groups like that, are you? I'm usually too busy just helping patients. Even if I had time for meetings, I'd probably just fall asleep. So, yeah, that was my first presentation. How did you last this long? Yeah, a lot of doctors are that way, but you should still make time to attend the conferences. It's the only way to keep up with the latest technology, you know? Being a doctor is like being a lifelong student. Nice. Dr. Casal used to say the same thing. All doctors are students. Yeah, you can't ever let yourself believe you've hit the pinnacle of knowledge. You always gotta be progressing if you can. Good old Greg, huh? Now he was one hell of a public speaker. He was confident, threw in some jokes, never had stage fright. I remember staying up all night helping him make slides. Never mind, that's all in the past now, isn't it? Sounds like you guys were close. It wasn't like that. He was a great guy, so I always did what I could to help out. Really? What's that supposed to mean? Hear that? I think they're starting the next presentation. Let's just start with the subject. That concludes the disease treatment workshop. Next, we'll have an update on the fight against medical terrorism. Speaking on this topic is Langston Miller, Director of Caduceus Europe. I received this report a few hours ago. I hope it finds you well. As we all know, medical terrorism poses a serious threat to all the world's citizens. Reports of guilt have doubled in the past year alone. Unfortunately, the motive behind this epidemic is still unknown. But we have received confirmation that the group responsible calls themselves Delphi. Delphi? The Greek oracle? The messages we've received from them have been cryptic at best. Their philosophy and demands are still a mystery. Are they related to other terrorist cells? We don't have an answer. For all we know, they could be nothing more than a fanatical cult. But whoever they are, we know that they're hostile and organized. We believe there may be additional clues hidden in the strange letters that arrived shortly, before each guilt operation. We received one of those at Hope Hospital. Medicine has advanced quickly since the advent of genetic engineering. But as guilt has shown us, disease can evolve just as quickly. The ramifications of medical terrorism are grave indeed, and it's going to take our best minds to devise a way to stop it. Though we may finally have somewhere for them to start looking. We've received news of an abandoned Delphi research facility. It seems they entered a small African village, possibly by posing as the NPO. I'm afraid they were using the townspeople to develop guilt. Jesus! That's horrifying! Bastards! I'm with you! The town was destroyed and the facility has been long since abandoned. But I'm sure there's something there that could lead us to Delphi. I propose that Caduceus send a research team to Africa. Supplies and manpower will need to be approved by each division. I hope to have everyone's sincere cooperation in this matter. An explosive patient. And here's where shit gets weird. Man, you should go see Egoraptor's animation about this game. I mean, I love this game, but it does get kind of goofy at times. Man, talk about long speeches. Well, a lot happened over the last year, so I was expecting that. I will not enjoy writing the summary report, though. Oh, shit. Huh? The lights! What happened? What's going on here? Yeah, the shutters are dropping. Is there a fire? You doctors and your temporary cures are worthless. If you would all just die, maybe people could finally stop living unnatural lives. Oh, I fucking hate people who think like this. What the hell? What is this thing? Don't touch it! It's a bomb! There's a bomb! Ah! A bomb? Come on, Sybil, we have to get out of here! Damn it, there's no way out! We're going to die! Somebody help us! Sounds like it's over here. Follow me, Dr. Styles. What? But that's where the bomb is! Exactly. We're disarming a bomb, baby! What are you going to do? We have to run, there's nowhere to go but... I told you to follow me. If we're going to die anyway, what difference does this make? Be a man! Yes, ma'am! You're going to dismantle the bomb. I'll assist you. What? I can't do that! So you'd rather do nothing. Are you going to sit here and cry for help like everyone else? Screw that. If this doesn't work, at least we can say we tried. I'm ready. Yeah, Sybil, I am all about your response right now. Give us some room. Set up a barricade with the desks and tables. Everyone take cover. It's kind of like what I said in my learning video games series. Like, if you're in a world where you're just going to die anyway, you might as well try, right? Okay, Dr. Styles, there's no turning back now. Time bomb. It's a bomb. Blindly cutting at it would be extremely bad. Cross your fingers and listen to Dr. Myers. I think everyone's clear. Enough. Okay, you'll need to follow my instructions carefully, got it? Aren't you scared? Of course. But why should a doctor be afraid? I'm sure you've been in worse situations than this. We hold patients' lives in the palms of our hands, you know? One mistake and you have to watch them die. What could be more frightening than that? Very good point. I guess. You're really brave, Dr. Myers. They don't call me the Iron Vixen for nothing. You know, I was thinking that. I wasn't sure if it was appropriate to say. That's what Tyler said. He comes up with some weird nicknames. Actually, that started back during my days on the police force. I was in the crime lab, you know? Even though I was just a novice investigator, I was still stronger than all the guys. So, you were really a police officer? That's right. And I dated a guy on the bomb squad. So trust me on this one.
Let's begin dismantling the bomb.
Okay then, let's begin dismantling the bomb. Not sure sleeping with the guy would make you an expert, but I guess you must have, like, sat in on a couple of his things or something. I don't know.
Ready to go?
Well, better some knowledge than none at all. I died so many times on this mission, so a lot of this just relies on the knowledge you gain, like in previous attempts, in previous timelines where you died, funnily enough. Excuse me just a moment. Hello! Good. Okay. Yep, looks like it. Alright, sorry about that. Now we can't afford to waste any time. Let's do this. So in this first segment, you gotta figure out which way to turn the screws, and you only get 3 attempts and it blows up. But it turns out, like, you turn one clockwise, then the ones next to it are both counterclockwise, and then the final one is clockwise. Just like, you know, not the ones that are next to it. Different patterns. Anyway, I can't tell how it's been constructed without opening the lid. Looks like there are 4 screws holding the lids in place. Your scalpel should do the trick. Try using your scalpel to turn and remove the screws. Sometimes when it glitches out... that's not the right way. So we have a panel with blinking lights and screws that won't turn. Okay. These screws are all different. They unscrew in different directions. If we try turning it in the wrong direction, one of these lights turns on. I'm guessing that once all the lights are activated, boom, we're history. Essentially, this panel is telling us how many misses we're allowed. It looks like we only have room for 2 more mistakes. I assume they built this in to frighten us, so we'd be unable to defuse the bomb. We should prepare for the worst, but let's concentrate on getting through this.
That's 1.
Okay. But...
2 down.
Not a problem.
We only have 1 more.
I expect to die a couple
now
times.
For the next one.
So much for the screws. Help me lift the cover. Be careful!
Derek?
Is that what I think it is? It's friggin' cool as whatever it is. Huh? Can you recognize it? Listen to me, Derek. These hexagonal panels can be destroyed with your surgical laser, but you cannot touch the panels that are lit up. And since they're all lit up... But, all the panels are lit up, aren't they? If we can stabilize the voltage at a certain level, it should be more clear to you. Luckily, I think we can do just that. I'm impressed, Dr. Myers. You must have learned a lot on the Force. Let's just say criminal investigators have strange lunchroom conversations. We're disarming a bomb based on lunchroom conversations. I love it. If I remember correctly, it should be here. This is it, a voltage regulation device. I love how the time is just stopped while we're discussing this. Yeah, here it's just a matter of memorization, because the first one goes here, the third one goes here, and you only know that after dying a couple times, really. By changing those plugs, you can adjust the voltage. I suggest using your forceps. The line you're aiming for.
Pull it toward yourself.
Pull it out.
Press it in.
Yeah, I'm literally pulling it towards myself with the scanner. There we go.
You're doing fine.
There we go. Let's take another look at those panels now. Now here's where the most time-consuming part comes.
Okay, let's get it done.
It's not perfect, but we should be able to destroy those panels now. Are you ready? Here we go. Use your laser to destroy the unlit panels.
Good work.
And you...
Don't do that.
Sorry. You only get one more mistake like that, so I gotta really concentrate now. And you definitely cannot hit the center. It's just a matter of keeping you cool. If you let yourself rush, that's where you're gonna mess up. I'm trying to stay away from the red panels for as long as I can. can be really frustrating when they're all on the other side, but you just gotta stay cool. And then you can't tell when they're gonna blink up because you've destroyed all the adjacent ones. So sometimes you just gotta take the little chance. Kinda like the end of Minesweeper. Shit! And apparently he counted that one as too close to the center, so, oh well. That sometimes happens.
Done.
Sometimes the construction of these seems a bit unfair.
Good work.
Well no, just the time bomb really. Because it feels like you couldn't ever do it on your first try, even if you were really lucky or skilled. But I mean, there are a lot of video game situations like that. Still feels really good to get it done if it's killed you a million times. Which is also very similar to a lot of video game situations.
You're doing fine. Almost there.
I'm gonna wait for it to get a little bit more towards the front so I don't make the same kind of mistake again. There we go. We did it. Here comes the regulation core. Alright, I'm not gonna have much time to talk because it's gonna go crazy in just a sec. Okay, this is basically the center of the bomb. If we deactivate this, the bomb is useless. Use your laser to
Isn't much
destroy it.
time.
What? 30 seconds to get it while it's doing that. You can't even hit those things once.
Hurry!
Luckily, I can slow time. Sawada!
In there.
Stop Platinum! Sawada! Okay. But of course, doing it for a good score requires that you do that in real time. Phew, we should be safe now. Glad that's over. Talk about your bad patience, huh? Complete tone change. Oh well. I'm dizzy. I can't feel my hands. At least we're alive, right? It's better than dying any day. I'm gonna go pass out off screen, but I mean, hey, I have to stay strong for you, kid. Of course, I knew we'd be fine. It was just a bomb, no big deal. The Iron Vixen, huh? That nickname of hers is starting to make sense. The lights are coming back on. We should tell the others it's okay. We stopped the bomb, everyone! It's all clear now! Thank God! I thought I was going to die! We're alive! Great job there, Styles. You definitely learned from Greg. Same to you, Dr. Myers. You're pretty tough. Woohoo! We're alive? Let's hear it for Dr. Styles! I believe we found the perfect candidate for the Africa mission. Yeah, that's going on my resume, man! Disarmed the bomb, got sent to Africa, yeah! It's a little weird that Sybil doesn't join us, though, considering she was so integral to that, but oh well. Footfalls of Terror. We received a letter of thanks from the conference directors. I was worried when I heard about the attack. I'm glad you both made it out safely. It's all thanks to Dr. Myers. Haha, she's definitely the toughest woman in medicine today. You should ask her about some of her adventures on the police force sometime. Ah, Chief, Derek's going to take you seriously. He'd have good reason to. Oh, that's right. There was one other message I received. Dr. Styles, Caduceus International has requested your presence as part of the research team headed to the Delphi facility in Africa. They asked for me? That seems like a mistake. Did you not listen to Langdon when he was saying that? Don't be modest. We've all seen what you're capable of. You have experience treating guilt, and you defused a bomb. Langston Miller, director of Caduceus Europe, was very impressed. And the rest of the committee voted unanimously. You should be proud. Yeah, but I've never left the country before. Well, you don't have much choice. I already accepted on your behalf. So suck it. Give it up, Styles. Once Disney decides on something, there's no arguing with them. Looks like you're going to Africa. I'm gonna need to get so many shots! This jello floor! I didn't realize he could be so stubborn. I guess he's always been difficult. That's what Greg told me anyway. I remember him talking about the arguments they'd get into when they were kids. But I mean, hey! Who better to operate on guilt, right? Derek, come on. You said yourself you got into the research thing now. You're gonna use your skills to the best of your ability, right? Okay, the only reason Sydney went to school overseas was supposedly because everyone told him not to. Dr. Casal could be stubborn sometimes, but never anything like that. At any rate, have fun in Africa. As long as your partners are reliable, I know you'll be fine. Also, you are very likely to die from so many goddamn causes. Partner? Caduceus on a plane. The joke is just staring me right in the face, but I don't want to make it. Feels gauche. Flight 326. That's right, we're doing this on a plane. International Flight 326, destination Africa. Route Bora is far away. I mean, 3 transfers and 33 hours of total travel time? Wow, talk about jet lag. At least you're used to it. I've never even been to Mexico, and I don't like flying. Remember to drink plenty of fluids and get up periodically to stretch your legs. It wouldn't look very good for a doctor to get sent to the hospital for blood clots. It'll be hot in Africa too. Try not to get heat stroke. I hope getting vaccinated for the endemic diseases was enough. Attention, please. Is there a doctor on the plane? Oh, shit. I repeat, are there any doctors on this flight? One of the passengers is sick. We don't know how to treat him. If you have any medical training, please notify a flight attendant. Doctor! So much for sleeping on the plane. Alright. Edema of the lungs has worsened, causing respiratory failure. Fluid must be drained from the lungs to secure the respiratory tract. It looks like respiratory failure. From what his wife explained, he'd been suffering from edema of the lungs. He was prescribed medication which stabilized the condition. They were given permission to return home, but stress from traveling may have aggravated his symptoms. I'd recommend an immediate lobectomy to drain the pleural fluids. We're going to perform surgery in mid-flight? The captain has allowed us to use of the cruise cabin. Sterilized gowns and operation tools have been prepared as well. We really don't have a choice. Once we land, he can receive more permanent treatment. But for now, we have one objective. Drain pleural fluid from inside the patient's lungs. Use ultrasound to find where fluid has accumulated and drain it. Understood. Let's hurry.
Starting the operation.
Let's begin the emergency operation. Flying on a plane can be nice, though. I mean, you get bored of sitting in the same position for a while, after a while, but yeah. Unfortunately, Doctor, there's a storm up ahead. Of course there is. They're going to try to avoid turbulence as much as possible, but this is far from an ideal operating environment. You're telling me!
Let's begin.
Try not to let the shaking of the plane distract you, Dr. Styles. So you have to stop whenever the turbulence starts, or you end up causing a big gash in the lungs, no matter what you're doing. You could be putting a thing on a... You could, be trying to apply the skin tack, or draining fluid, whatever. It's gonna cause a big old gash. Respiratory failure is serious. We need to finish this quickly. Try using the ultrasound. There you are.
Doctor,
There's a lot more fluid than there should be. Drain it immediately.
treatment complete. Careful.
Darn it, I can't do anything.
Eek!
So, the little shakes are the warning,
have to be
it's the big
careful.
shake that you can't do anything in. See, if you really need to push your luck, you can do a little in the little shakes, just as long as you stop before it really gets started. It's stabilized. If the plane starts shaking again, it could cause a lot of problems. We might need to stop operating temporarily until it lets up. Didn't mean to laser it there. I shouldn't. And the edema can move too. Drainage is about half complete. Please continue. So if you finished ultrasounding and then the plane starts shaking, it could go somewhere entirely different. You can't even ultrasound. That'll cut him too. Oh, and if fluid is left on the lung, it'll start causing polyps too. So you can't even leave that when the plane starts shaking. So sometimes you do have to risk finishing the procedure, because the results would be much worse. I can't. Bumping up his vitals was all I was willing to risk there. There we go.
What a relief.
Be okay for now. Let's finish up the treatment. Thank goodness. I just injected that into the bed. You can do that. I guess we did it. Oh, they're applauding. Cool. Don't let it go to your head, Dr. Styles. Hey! What's that supposed to mean? Okay. Hey! Not bad. I think he'll be okay. I contacted a hospital near Ubora. We can take him there once we land. Doctors really are on call 24/7, aren't they? Yeah, you gotta get into this job for the right reasons, fam. You gotta be so brave to be a doctor, man. For real. Okay, deserted village. Yeah, I think we can do the next operation quick enough. Remains of Rubora, Zimbabwe. We're finally here. The sky's so clear. Breathe in that air. And it's deserted. I think we're looking at the results of a guilt outbreak. I wish we weren't so far away from home. Hey, don't talk like that. Over here. Who's that? It's nice to finally meet you, Dr. Styles. I mean, we were in the same room, but apparently I didn't feel like talking to you. Oh, Director Miller, sir. This is Langston Miller from Caduceus, Europe. Right, he's the one who assigned you to this mission. I was getting worried. You're a little late. You see, one of our coordinators is sick, and we don't know exactly where the research lab is. There's been a lot to worry about. Sir, I have an update. We searched sectors B2 through 4 and could not locate the target. In that case, expand your search into the sea areas as well. Yes, sir! The jungle makes a bird's eye search impossible. We tried to narrow it down back home, but we still have a lot of ground to cover. Hope none of these guys get sick. Must be frustrating. I have a bad feeling about this. You may as well join the search. Report back if you manage to find anything. Here's a map of the area. We've sent out teams here and here. What kind of map is this? I can't make out any landmarks or anything. Well, let's get started, I guess. 6 long hours later. Are you alright, miss? I'm glad we can drive, but this Jeep sure is a bumpy ride. Well, there aren't any roads in this area, but at least we're not in the jungle. It's been a long time. Let's head back to camp for a breather. I didn't mean... Huh? Stop the Jeep! There's someone in that house! It's a little kid! I thought they said this area was abandoned. 1 hour after that, the boy answers to Ruben, we think. Nice to meet you, Ruben. Nod. I don't speak your language. Get on my level. What was he doing in there? We think he used to live there. His family actually lives not far from here. Shouldn't we take him home? Perhaps, but the boy seems to know the location of the research lab. Apparently his brother worked there, and Ruben got to tag along once or twice. Well, isn't that lucky? It's more of a lead than we found out here thus far, don't you agree? It's as good a plan as any. Thank you, Ruben. You just helped save the world, kid! Abandoned Delphi Research Lab. As we thought, it's completely vacant. What exactly are we looking for? Let me take some samples from the walls and floor, just in case. Thank you, young lady. We'll need to undergo decontamination procedures after this. I should hope so, but hopefully we'll find something to make it worthwhile. This is no place for a child, I'm afraid. Could you wait outside? Not. There's a good lad. Cross your fingers, yes? Pandora's Box. Isn't that a title that just makes you shiver? I hate this mission so goddamn much. You don't even know. After all that, we still haven't learned anything about Delphi. The African guild victims are being transferred to Caduceus Europe, right? Hopefully that will lead to something. Yeah, but this was all so tiring. Director Miller is late. I wonder who he was speaking with on the radio. Dr. Stiles! What is it? The boy! Ruben's been infected by guilt! What? How? Chiral reaction positive. Unknown infection detected. Extreme care is necessary during treatment. And every time you fail this, you let a kid die. Makes it so much worse. The boy's chiral results just came back. He tested positive for guilt. The spectral analysis indicates this is a different strain. An unknown guilt. We found an abnormality near his pancreas, but that's all. His vitals are dropping quickly. If we tried to reach a hospital, he would probably die on the way. I think we should open him up and do what we can, but it's your call, Dr. Stiles. I understand. We can't just stand here and watch him die.
Let's begin.
I'll do my best! Hate this mission! Hate it! Ladies and gentlemen,
Let's begin.
we're about to see Triti.
Oh my god!
What the heck? A membrane and these look like thorns! So this thing is friggin' weird and it's... Oh, I hate it! Okay. So basically the idea is that you've got to pull out these thorns in a certain order, or else it just spontaneously grows more. And if you take too long, it'll just keep regenerating. And some of these thorns can turn into mist, which you have to drain. But since I don't know the pattern, I'm just gonna healing touch from the get-go and try to remove it all as quickly as I can. And that's gonna give me a crappy score, but I legit have no idea how people do this the right way. What? Could they have known about? What is it, Dr. Miller? Stiles, I think that membrane is responsible for the disease. Any organ covered by that membrane will be slowly petrified. We need to detach it immediately.
Wait, Doctor!
Hold on, you won't be able to detach it that way. Don't you see the thorns? They fastened the membrane to this organ. Oh, and also, the movement you have to do is very carpal tunnel inducing. So it's like you grab, you yank up, you put it on the plate, and then you just do that as fast as you bloody can. I think you're right. If we can remove all three thorns on one segment, excision may be possible. That's quick thinking, Angie. You should consider looking into Caduceus Europe. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna remove first all the thorns and then all the membranes, in healing touch mode. Anyway, try pulling the thorns out.
In there.
Come on. Can't afford to be too slow about this. And you gotta get the ones that don't connect to other segments first.
Chiral reaction decreasing.
No. Don't slow down, don't slow down, don't slow down, don't slow down, don't slow down. Just barely made it.
Reaction
Oh
is
god.
negative.
That could have just started growing if I was even a hair slower, I think. We did it! Chiral reaction is negative. Amazing. You really can operate successfully against guilt. Sir, you said you were surprised they knew about something? I'm afraid this guilt was derived from one of my country's past sins. As I said earlier, we were trying to create a treatment for cancer using high-frequency vibrations, but there were complications. Our treatment couldn't differentiate between cancerous cells and healthy tissue, so it simply attacked them both. We wanted a way to help people, but we found a way to kill them instead. And apparently Delphi found out about it. That's what I meant. Let's close up the patient. Ruben should be fine now. You tried your best. Impressive, Dr. Styles. It seems that guilt is no match for you. Yeah, don't ask me in other timelines, though. Failed so many times.
Nice work, Dr. Styles.
I'd say you've more than earned your place in Caduceus. Hate that mission. Hate it. I'm alive. Try not to move, okay, Ruben? You're going to be alright. Your mother's waiting just over there, so you'll be able to see her soon, okay? Director Miller might be able to send him back to England for further treatment. Maybe we should ask him. No, there's a Red Cross outpost in the next town over. I think it's best to keep his treatment local to avoid any complications. A gift for us? But isn't this your book? Can we accept this, Dr. Styles? He wants us to, I think. Huh? Wait, this isn't a book. It's a file folder. It's in some kind of code, but... Yeah, read this part. Guilt. His brother must have given it to him. His brother must have been a dick. But at least we saved the world. Unless his brother was trying to get the news out and, like, turn in double agents and stuff. Anyway, thank you, Ruben. This is going to save a lot of people. Dr. Styles! There you are. Director Miller, we have good news. Ruben gave us this... That can wait. We just received an urgent telegram from America. Urgent? I wonder... No way. What's wrong? Dr. Casal from Hope Hospital was just admitted to Caduceus, USA. Caduceus? Don't tell me he... Dr. Casal's been infected by a new strain of guilt. Shit, boy! Our Greg is sick. It ain't right. Also, there's another Naomi Kimishima mission. Okay. So, that's the note we're ending on. And I'm so sorry to do that to you, but yeah, that's the way it stands. Next time, we're gonna see what Naomi's up to, and we're gonna work our butt off to save Greg. So, thank you all for tuning in. Please comment and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And remember, you all have the potential to get good. Peace out.